What is going on YouTube? Hitterback making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, as well as the S&P 500. Honestly, over the past couple of days, we have done absolutely nothing. It's like cryptocurrency has pretty much flatlined dead in the water, and we are not seeing any sort of movement. Over the past couple of weeks, we've pretty much been forming these sideways channels and have been trading pretty much flatlined out with very little volume. And usually when we see this like zero volatility and sideways flatline movement, it typically builds up pressure, and then we usually do see a pop, which is pretty much what we've been waiting for the past couple of days now. Now, if you get a quick look at XRP and a lot of these cryptocurrencies, you can see yesterday's video was quite concerning. I was a little bit worried, as I'll just pull it up super quick for those that didn't watch yesterday. We basically talked about the fact I'm starting to worry because of the way these cryptocurrencies have been pretty much stagnant on their bottom support. As of yesterday, we managed to slightly teeter-totter up. I'm just going to move it back to where bottom is, confirming. You can see here pretty much what we expected. Everything's back down to about 50 on the RSI, doing nothing but trading sideways, and we're at a standstill. Now, we did expect XRP specifically to crack downwards, and we are doing just that. We did fall back down to bottom support. We were hoping that we stay above this, which is nice to see that we're seeing a green candle today, but the goal is that we can reverse off this. We're pretty much looking for a bullish reversal within pretty much every single crypto in the market right now. Same thing with Ethereum here, bottoming out. We're trending inside this beautiful symmetrical triangle here on the daily, filling in the gap, getting very close. And if not this, we are using this bottom support right here, holding on for dear life. The goal is that we break out of this with a positive reversal. Same thing with Bitcoin, which has been teeter-tottering. Oops, not what I wanted to do. Trading sideways for its entirety here, and we're hoping for a run to the upside. Same thing applies itself with the S&P 500, and we're probably not going to get this confirmation until we break through resistance here and confirm what could be a double bottom, and then we could see a whammy. So we need to break through neckline here. But more information and more about trades will be later on in today's video, so definitely stay tuned for that. Today's video is sponsored by MULTICHAIN. For those that don't know, MULTICHAIN is a cross-chain router protocol, and just to give you guys some insight on what exactly it is, you can see MULTICHAIN blockchain is a blockchain platform that is open source and created to build the blockchain application that can work within the organizations or between the organizations. These blockchains are private and can be used by organizations for running financial transactions. It's very cool. This is the backbone for using cryptocurrency and blockchain within real use cases. So it's a very cool, very highly thought out sort of product and service that they're currently offering here. Now you can see this is their website here, and I do have some interesting news which we'll talk about more at the end of today's video when we go over MULTICHAIN here. You can currently see they are at the DeFi hackathon, and they are having an any call workshop, which is really cool, using Google Cloud and Morales. So they are definitely making waves within the space, and if you guys actually have a deep interest for blockchain technology and the use case for using it in in the real world, then definitely make sure to check them out. Links to them will be down in the description of today's video. We're also going to be going quite in depth about them at the end of today's episode. As you guys can see, they are, a fairly large company, and they do have a lot of integrations, which is very cool. So more information about them will be at the end of today's video. With that all being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe. Let's dive into today's episode. So guys, first and foremost, top 10 cryptos on the board, consolidating yet again. You can see only 0.19%. A very boring sideways trade that hopefully is going to come to an end very soon. You guys can see, zooming in real quick, Bitcoin flatlined out. We have Ethereum flatlined out. We have USDT flatlined out. Haha, if you get the pun. But we have BNB flatlined out. XRP, more of a stagnant trade here. Cardano, a little stagnant. Solana, same thing, pretty much flatline though. We're really seeing very little volume with all these cryptocurrencies here. Polkadot, DAI, we're seeing Tron, pretty much everything is just trending sideways here. And we're just pretty much waiting for the S&P 500. I truly believe all these cryptos are gearing up for a potential pop. They are gearing up for volume. As you know, like the kettle is boiling. And once we build up enough pressure, that's when the whistle will blow, and that's when we'll pop within the crypto markets here. As of right now, as you know, we've been at a very intricate level within the S&P 500. And I'll jump to the weekly to make it look a little bit more clear here. But you can see when the start to 2021 here was pretty much created because of trending outside the beautiful major 11-year ascending fractal that we've been trending on since, 09 Yeah, since '09, we've been in this beautiful ascending fractal here. And then, feds decide to just screw the entire market, get everybody off the dollar or whatever it is, and get, right now with their Fed Now service, whatever, that's a whole bunch of nonsense to talk about later. But the second they started going over that stuff, we see this major, oversaturation of cash get piled into the markets here. And you can see that this bottom that we're hanging out at right now happens to be the bottom where we originally broke through resistance to rally up higher. So we're at a very interesting level here. And ideally, looking at the daily charts right now, you can see we almost look to be double bottoming here. And that's ideally what we want to see happen. If this is it, if we found the bottom, support, the goal is that we can breach through neckline here. Neckline's right about this level here. We breach through neckline, we'll be able to run to the upside here, at least back up to moving average, at least being able to retest this top resistance. That's the goal. I do have a target set at about 4,000 on the relative strength indicators here. If we manage to break through neckline, that's the goal. Otherwise, we're going to be just trending inside this channel, and we really don't want to be breaking through this because we're going to end up going into a deep recession if that's the case here. But if we do see that pop, that's what all these cryptos are waiting for. The stagnation that's been forming within these cryptos are all waiting for the S&P to boom. And you can see Bitcoin has been doing nothing. Volume has pretty much died off completely here. Volume is very low in regards to the way these are trading. I know it doesn't look like that here, but truly it is. You can see we've pretty much battled this resistance here for a while. We broke through it, which is incredible. That's good news, but we've been trending sideways, and this is fine. But at some point or another, we are going to get a volume surge, and that's either going to send us bullish or dump us to the downside here. And because we've been hugging this support here, it's very worrisome for me because the longer we hang out here, the more the bulls are going to get, exhausted, and we are going to be breaking through this bottom support and dumping, which obviously nobody wants. Obviously, we could take advantage of that using BitYard and shorting, but the goal is that we don't have to do that. Obviously, everybody wants the markets to move up. That's the goal here. It will happen eventually, but it might not happen now. So ideally, what we're waiting for is if we close the daily below our price floor, let's say 18.7, 18.8 here, we know to buy in and short. Vice versa, if we can start to get up a little bit, start to trend up here, break through 20K, we know we could buy in long. Obviously, we could long this here. It's a more aggressive trade, but once we can confirm breaching this, this is where the big pump is going to come. And it applies with all these cryptos. Ethereum looks really good too with its beautiful descending fractal here. This is a very bullish, biased symmetrical triangle. The goal is to break upwards, and there's a good chance it's going to happen. We just have to be patient. Same thing with XRP. XRP is bottoming out again. We knew we were needing to correct back to the downside. Why, you might ask? Well, that's because we were overbought when we were retesting this higher price action right now. But ideally, we knew and we called for a correction back down using this purple band as a means of support, which is what we're holding on to now. And here we are again retesting this bottom green band here. The goal is that we can swing up. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're hoping for, is that we can see a nice little swing back to the upside here, bounce off this bottom support, rally up, and that would ultimately incentivize these other cryptos to do the same. It's all going to happen at the same time. One isn't going to do it and the others aren't going to reverse. It's not going to happen. If we see the S&P move up, all these cryptos will. If we see the S&P dump, all these cryptos will. They are synced in some sort of way here. So that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I do want to talk a little bit more about multi-chain though with you. I want to give a huge shout out to multi-chain for sponsoring today's episode. As with all you cryptocurrency projects, please do your own research and never invest anything you can't afford to lose. So guys, in recent news, multi-chain announced the launch of its V4 product called AnyCall. Now, AnyCall was officially launched in April with the first use case jointly released by Curve and multi-chain. And AnyCall revolutionizes cross-chain interoperability as it enables sending cross-chain messages and contract calls from chain A to chain B with just one transaction. AnyCall at the moment is co-working with DeFi leading players on cross-chain dApps, and some of them have already implemented AnyCall. AnyCall is also the next phase of revolutionary interoperability features offered by multi-chain, and the call is secured by multi-chain SMPC nodes, which are already used to secure assets worth billions of dollars. With just one transaction, AnyCall call can send arbitrary data like smart contracts, NFTs, messages, tokens, data, etc. to any other blockchain. Now, in recent news, MULTICHAIN is having an AnyCall workshop in the hackathon with Google Cloud and Morales Web3. Now you'll be able to build an amazing DeFi app powered by MULTICHAIN's messaging protocol, and you'll be able to pick any one of the 3 tracks, whether it's BNB, Polygon, or even Phantom, as AnyCall supports all 3 of them. The best part is it's happening right now, and there will be more information that I've linked down in the description of today's video where you can go check it out. You can also check out their Twitter, where they've uploaded this 45-second video explaining everything there is to do with the AnyCall workshop in the hackathon. AnyCall also currently has 3 use cases. The first is cross-chain gauges, which was released by Curve, enabling the unified CRV reward calculation across chains. Second is cross-chain mirroring, which was released by 100 Finance, enabling the cross-chain DAO governance by mirroring the voting power across chains. And third is Fiverr for gas, enabling the one-stop cross-chain gas swap to simplify transactions and decrease trading costs. AnyCall is a convenient plug-in cross-chain business logic solution for project developers and enables some functional extensions as well. The existing DeFi applications such as DEXs, if reconstructed on the basis of AnyCall, will enjoy an obvious advantage over the multi-chain deployed DEXs. Now, if a cross-chain DEX is built with AnyCall, the depth of the liquidity pools will be calculated by aggregating the liquidity of similar pools across all chains to generate a unified exchange ratio. AnyCall isn't just for developers either. They have value for users too. Cross-chain dApps built with AnyCall will bring users the following 4 values. The first is ease of use. With AnyCall integrated dApps, users don't need to worry about the back-end cross-chain business logic. They therefore enjoy a clear UX and are able to focus on core needs. Second is integrated functions and interfaces, and at present, when using dApps deployed on multiple chains, users are required to complete assets cross-chain transfer and functional operations in 2 separate dApps. Thanks to the integration of front-end interfaces while the multi-dApp operation is still conducted, respectively, users interact with just one interface. Now, cross-chain dApps built with AnyCall integrate the cross-chain interaction function at the underlying protocol of business implementation, thus making them easier to use. Now, third is expanded scopes of business and functions, and AnyCall actually enables the cross-chain transfer of not only asset-related contents, but also messages, business logic, and other functions. And as a result, cross-chain dApps are more widely applicable to provide users with a greater range of businesses and functions. And lastly, they offer a deeper and wider market. You see, cross-chain dApps built with AnyCall create a space for unified businesses on multiple chains, which represents a deeper and wider market, be it for digital assets or others. Now, in the future, AnyCall will change how developers think about and build dApps radically, unlocking potential in cross-chain DEX and even unified metaverses. Now, with AnyCall, anything can be interoperable across any blockchain in a single process. And guys, if you want to learn more about AnyCall, definitely make sure to check out the links in the description below. Otherwise, shout out to MULTICHAIN and AnyCall for sponsoring today's episode. As always, make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.